Welcome back guys to another daily challenge video. The last daily challenge was August 29th that I did, and it was on the beta servers. But after that point I haven't done another daily challenge video since. But today we have a 50k score, more than 50k score. Today is kind of one of the easier daily challenges that you can actually use to get the 50k achievement if you have not gotten it. And so let's jump in and see how to get it today. So for the beginning here, you have two options to two artifacts you have to choose from. I chose the Ember one, so you want the improved firebox instead of consumed crown. Okay, so after you get this, the first trial, you do actually get to pick a unit. At this point, I picked the alloy construct. However, you're not supposed. Maybe you can pick a temporary unit. But what you want to pick is the banner unit. You go to this Ember side and then you pick the Shadowsiege over there. That's when you can use the improved firebox to summon the Shadowsiege. But the other requirement for Shadowsiege is the space requirement. So you do actually get to start with the space prism. You can hope that you draw a space prism in order to summon your Shadowsiege, but at this really early stages, it's kind of difficult to summon the Shadowsiege. So what I did was just that I just used the Shartail Queen and the one alloy construct that I picked up as a meat shield in front of the Shartail Queen, and then used the imps from the Shartail Queen as meat shield in order to at least survive the early stages and not take any damage. So after the third combat, which we have Talos today, after beating Talos, and you have to pick Light of Seraph in order for the additional space to summon the Shadowsiege. So for the first three combats, the first three fights, you just need to survive. All the points that you can get are in the later stages. It doesn't really matter if you get 1-turn boss rush or 2-turn boss rush, or even if you take some damage. I don't think it matters a whole lot because you will be getting a whole lot more points from fighting Seraph, from fighting Arcus. So it doesn't matter a whole lot in the early stages what kind of points you will get, but it does matter a little. It's like you would obviously definitely get 50k. It's just how much more than 50k will you get. So I copied the Shadowsiege at ring 2. So basically I just have 2 extra cards in my deck that I couldn't summon, couldn't play. They're just basically dead weights at this point. But then after that, after stage 3, I was actually able to summon one and then just leave the other one in the deck. Doesn't really matter. And then after the 4th fight, there is a Merchant of Trinkets, and then you can pick up a Sketches of Salvation. That is the card. That is the card you will need. Not the card, but the artifact that you will need to beat Seraph, to beat Arcus really quickly and get a lot more points that way. So what you need to do in preparation for that is to just purge all your imps, all the Queen's Implings, and all your Trinsters from your deck before then. And obviously you will need to use the duplication thing to duplicate your Shadowsiege. So to have at least 4, you want to have 4, so at least 4 of the Shadowsiege in your deck. You can summon all 4 of them from the Sketch of Salvation, and then that's that. So what upgrades I put on the Shadow Siege are multi-strike 1 and then quick. I think quick is really good to prevent your Shadow Siege from taking damage, and multi-strike 1 just makes your Shadow Siege deal 200 extra damage. Or however more, because you do have rage spells you can put on your Shadow Siege. So yeah, that's basically it. The shadows, you just use your Shadow Siege. The Shardtail Queen, it's only useful in the beginning of the fight, of the run. At the later stages, the Shadow Siege is the only way to get, it's not the only way, but it's the way to really get a lot of points and just kill Seraph on the very first turn. This was actually the first time that I actually gotten a first turn kill on Seraph. Previously, I've gotten like 8 turn boss rushes. I think I got a 9 turn before on Seraph. 7 turn, 6 turn, those are quite frequent. But this 10 turn boss rush on Seraph, this is the first time ever that I've done it, and it just feels really good. Pretty fun run today because it's really OP, and quite easy once it starts to get going. Once the deck starts to get going. So I will leave it off here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys in my next video.
Yep.